Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin Episode 3. And we're here just before these crocodiles, which are pretty hard, or very hard fight if you're on a tactician, but pretty hard anyway if you're on normal mode. Of note, two of them have physical armor, and the third, which is the one we really want to kill, has magical armor. He's got loot that we really want. It's called the Gloves of Teleportation, and as you can imagine, they allow you to teleport, which lets you get to lots and lots of loot that you couldn't otherwise get to easily. So what we want to do is start the fight, and then we'll see where we get to. Are you within range yet? No. So we're going to get a little bit closer. Again, with all the characters, except maybe our wizard who can move back a little bit. So, Ifan is in range. We're going to start the fight. In fact, it already started without me being anywhere near there. And we've got an option on what to do. Okay, so we can encourage allies around me, and that everyone should be within range. That's one possibility. What's the range on my ricochet? Slightly out of range for that mob, so we could shoot this oil barrel, but you could also wait till it's a bit closer and then use it. We don't have any surface to use elemental arrowheads to gain our buff, if you like, to the weapon skills, but we could use burning arrow as well. And yeah, we can set it on fire. It starts to burn, and of course we can use this as it's actually coming in and then cause an even larger fire. So for now, let's just buff using encourage, so it increases their attributes, and end the turn. And he's not happy. He's coming in. Probably going to use Fossil Strike. Yeah, there's Fossil Strike. So we've got this puddle of oil, so we don't want to stay in the oil, otherwise, well, if this is on fire or other fire comes in, this will go on fire, and we're going to have a bit of a problem. So we got a few options. Rogues, unfortunately, are mostly melee range, so I don't want to go all the way down there. I'd rather they come to us. So instead, we can drop this. Let's put it there. Okay. Poison is also flammable. So if you drop that down, fire spreads to it. And if you ever find a poison barrel, that's very explosive if you set it on fire. So do look out for those. This isn't actually dead yet, but it very quickly can be destroyed. Dead? Destroyed, not dead. It's an oil barrel. Fine, we can't really do much else just yet. I guess I could throw knives if you maybe just out of range. Yeah, you're just out of range, unfortunately. So, change turn. The other two may come in. These can also teleport. I may have mentioned that in the last episode, so just bear that in mind a little bit. We're just going to step forward just a touch. We can choose to use Fortify. That will help restore physical armor. I'm going to set Fortified. It's one of status effects. We can use Shields Up because of my shield, which restores my magic armor, so that is a useful thing for tanks anyway. Or we can start Dragon's Blaze. Ba-boom! And now we have much more fire to actually work with, or rather, blockers from these things. Now in the original game, they used to be a little bit stupid with these effects. They used to walk around, and you used to be able to just basically confine them and all kinds of stuff. They're a bit smarter in this game, so, just bear that one in mind as well. Do we have range for you? We do. So we can take off all the physical armor of that one, I think. Yeah, we did. And some health. Similarly here, we're going to step out of this, even though it's going to cost us some AP. Is there any way I can do that without actually spending any AP? I don't think there is. So let's just step back. We can use our grenade, which has a very large range to do more damage. But we can also do other things. So Fossil Strike will be just fine with that fire. So we can use that on top and also slow this crocodile. Oh, not slow it. But it is burning and poisoned, so I'll take that as a win. We can also reapply Encourage to keep everyone happy, which is useful. And now we have our friendly ranger. We can use elemental arrowheads if we're close enough. We might be a little bit too far away. We are a little bit too far away. So we can move closer. That's one possibility. We can use ricochet, but there's no... Well, maybe you're in range of you, but maybe not. It lets you bounce an arrow basically within 5 meters and forks it 2 times. So... yeah, we can also buff another character with this. Basically increase their main stats. So why don't we just buff the tank? And let's see if this ricochet works. May not do. No, but we took 7 health off, so he's below half health before they've even got to us. And with this first fight, damaging them before they get anywhere near is important because they can teleport. And they're probably going to do it in this coming turn or next. Not quite sure, but we'll see very, very shortly. Do I have enough AP to do one more? Yes, I do. Ooh, nice. Crit hit. And you're burning. And you're running. That's actually better than I was expecting. So, I have maybe a free turn to do other things. I don't have anything in range other than that I can probably set you on fire with a grenade. So yet more fire, and more pain, and end turn. They may teleport. Oh no, Fossil Strike. Looks like Fossil Strike, yep. And of course, because it's connected to this fire, now one of our characters is on fire. Now, our tank can actually blow this out with one of his abilities, and that also, I think, takes off the burning. So it's possible for us to do that to get rid of it. We're down to half health, so let's just heal up. And end turn. Again, rogue, melee damage. Here comes the teleport. And they've teleported into fire. Interesting tactic. But this one has magical armor. Oh, and even more oil on the ground. So we need to be really quite careful. Do I have the ability to blow things out yet? Or is that on cooldown? Okay, that's fine. It clears non-cursed surfaces and clouds, so I could use that if I wanted to. But I can also use it to knock this one down. The only problem is that it will also blow up all of this nice fire that we've got down there. So again, what do we have with our armor? We have no magical. We can just increase magical.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself. And we can't really do much at the moment. I don't want to actually knock out that fire. I'd rather make them walk through it than anything else. We don't need to fortify. Oh, well, I guess we can fortify. There we go. And just step there, please, just in case. You're going to step forward, not back. Maybe. Let's step forward. See if we can get elemental arrowheads. We can. We've got burning arrows, which we can then shoot. Oh no, we're out of AP. That's unfortunate. And one down. Good. And now we can probably use this ability. Yep, does 10 damage. It took off most of its physical armor. Unfortunately, it's also got magical armor, so we need to get through that as well. And we're not going to do much at the moment, so let's just change turn or end turn. They're going to walk through, attack Ifan, who's our ranger. Oh, he's in trouble. So what can we actually do? We can cast Restoration Scroll on Ifan. Regenerating may help, but he's going to need a turn probably to use a healing potion of some kind. We can't teleport the mobs away, and this one has physical armor, so I can use my fire daggers to do 12 damage, and probably poison as well to do another 10 damage. And I really can't do much more at the moment, so end turn. And teleport comes in, and maybe... No, it's not on fire, so it's not set everything on fire. And Ifan is down! So that's a bit of a problem. Yep, you're still on fire, we know. We can maybe teleport to you and stab you in the back. That's one possibility. We can sacrifice our basically AP next turn if we want to. I can also petrify, so the only one I can do is probably this close one. And it's blocked by magical armor. Unfortunate, we should have petrified this one. We need 1 for that, 1 for that, and we've got 3, so we don't need to sacrifice. Or maybe we do, maybe it's 1 per use of that. Okay, fine. We can set things on light, but I don't want to. We can use our main ability, Battle Stomp, knock things down. There's no fire around here, so that's not much of a problem. And now I guess we just attack in this case. Crit hit. And now I think I'm going to resurrect Ifan and move him back here. Okay. Lastly, I guess we got 22 damage and 11 damage. We may be able to take this one out, so let's just drop a Fossil Strike on him. And he's down. Cool. We got an option to just kill the last one, so we got 22 damage. Each deals 3 to 5, so let's try you. 8 damage left. We can now sacrifice. Using adrenaline. And use throwing knives. And the fight's over. All done. Easy, right? Now, we probably want to heal up. So there's 2 ways of doing that. One is with healing potions, but to be honest, we also may have some food. Do we have any recipes for that yet? We can cook dinner, but we don't have any meat. That shouldn't be a problem though, because, yep, these have meat, but also the gloves of teleportation. So if we take that and we equip them, you'll see I now have the ability to teleport. We can do it in combat for 4 AP, or out of combat, which is what we're probably going to use it for most of the time, to get lots of loot, hopefully. We can also grab the rest of the loot from the other crocodiles, which, you know, it includes meat, so we can get some dinner from that. And then we can just head further in, grab more, and there's a couple of people to loot down here. There's a book, that's where we would read. If the rumours are true, I'll be rich as an ancient, so someone is looking for some loot like us. Can't expect for less from a king's vault, so we're looking for a vault on this island. If it's anything like the silver gleaming jails, getting out is a little easy as getting in. To take any sorcerer these days, talk about the island now, that's easy enough to fake. Landed, found a good mark right away, says he's got a teleporter spell I can filch. I just had to say I had escaped with him, so he's obviously gone for these gloves, just like us, and unfortunately, he's toast. Fine. The quest called the Vault of Praxis Rex, so we're going to want to go in here clearly before we leave the island. And there is, well, there's a few pieces for our elf friends if they want some dinner, I guess. Okay. Let's see if we can make some dinner. Will you accept it? No, you won't, because we don't have a cooking station yet. And the recipe for the cooking station needs a campfire, which I don't think we have the recipe for either. Not at the moment. Okay. What I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to head back to town. When you rejoin us, we'll be in town. I'll have taken some of the quests. I don't want to run through all of the dialogue for all the quests. I was going to, but it's going to extend the playthrough so much more if you're looking at those. What I'll probably do is show you the important parts, and then we'll come back and talk about some of the other quests. Ooh, there's actually a skeleton up there. I wonder if you need to teleport to get to it. That would be probably a good tutorial for using it, but no, I guess not. Do you have anything?
I found something.
You found something? Nothing. Okay. Ah, but there's some more loot down here. Good. Good thing we got our shovel, although even if you don't have a shovel, if you have the red prints with you, they can use their claws. Haha, So we got a Malachite, got 260 gold, which is great for this stage of the game, and a crafting Bible. What do we actually get for it? Lots of adventuring recipes, 6 new recipes. Let's take it. What do we actually get? Anything good for an upgrade? Rain scroll. Well, basically lots of different scrolls. Okay. Do bear in mind in this game as well, it isn't just when you get the tomes, by the way, the things you use to permanently learn your skills. You can also combine multiple tomes to make entirely new spells, so don't think only the ones that you see are available. I don't think there's anything up here to look at too much. Down there is the other side of town, and I don't think we can get across. I guess we can teleport, but that may leave the rest of my party behind. So I'm going to head back to town, and then I'll see you shortly. And just while we're here, just before I head back to town, you can use your bedroll straight after combat. It will heal all the health. Of course, the food can have other effects, so we may as well make a cooking station anyway. Let's combine. And we've got a cooking station. No, we've got cooking pots. So if we keep collecting cooking pots, we can actually then use them to upgrade any bonfires we find into a cooking station, and thereby cook them up into recipes. We've got dinner, which is just made from meat or really anything. Same thing with potatoes, we can use those and make those, which has different effects. 1 constitution and heals 10%. So sort of pre-combat buffs if you like. Yeah, I don't think we have anything too amazing on buffs. 1 strength will be useful for our tank. No. Oh, you're hungry. Okay. Do you actually have a quest here, maybe?
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little comfort.
Well, I have this flask.
Why, look at that. Just what I ordered. Ain't you a peach, love? And old Dean here'd thank you too if he could.
Yeah. So not a healing potion, just some wine. What happened to him?
Poor fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Don't to be sure, but I'd like to ease his way out.
Well, I guess no healing potion then. Yeah, the rest of us can heal from magically inflicted wounds, but no, you let him die. But we get XP, so not terribly bothered.
Our healer's walk is never done.
And she sells various skill books. Requires polymorph though. And I don't think we've got any of our characters with polymorph. At least, not yet. Empty potion bottles, which may come in handy in future. We can sell stuff to her, and we can bribe her to get more coin out of her, but she has no coin at the moment. So, never mind. Let's head into town. So here, in the middle of town, in this area where Griff, the camp boss, is, we find Sibyl.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll, or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze.
Why do you like that lizard so much?
No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking.
Take it easy. It wasn't my intention to startle you.
But you did, and now the tables have turned. You look quite startled to me.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your throat. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
How did you get that scar?
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this thing, this living scar, into my cheek. the mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
Yeah, I'm not that lizard, though.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
Okay, so maybe you could join me instead of killing me?
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin.
Maybe?
Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you?
We're planning to escape and we need people like you who are apparently crazy as bats.
Escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue such a thing is impossible.
I did save you from certain death.
Well played. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to that lizard I mentioned. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal, wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours.
We already have a rogue and he's quite short and bearded, so maybe we don't want another rogue. They're obviously melee based. So I think maybe, and it shouldn't matter, I think your choice is entirely up to you, but maybe a summoner that would make magic.
But of course, I can play the strings of magic like a harpist her instrument. Is there any specific tune that takes your preference?
A conjurer, I think.
Suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me. But wait, you seem to have quite a few followers.
Okay, so we've now added Sabine by removing the rogue from our party, so she's there. And we've obviously made her a, well, not obviously, but we've made her a conjurer, so we want to keep her for that. The Red Prince, however, does have an advantage of having bartering. So if we're going to sell stuff off, we're going to need to move everything into the Red Prince's bag rather than our, our main character here. That's unfortunate. I would just love to be able to share the bags, but it seems that doesn't work. So if we want to do that, I'm just going to have to move everything up. There's not much I actually want to sell, just maybe some of the more terrible weapons that we don't actually need. And we'll just generate us a bit of cash to start off with. The gold cups. Painting is ripped, so that won't do for us. Never mind. Is there anything else of particular? How would you sort by value? Yep. So obviously the scrolls are worth quite a bit, but we don't want to sell them. Let's put the teeth in there. Maybe we want to sell those, the malachites, and
like you wanted.
Maybe that it says to a knowledgeable vendor. Maybe there's something special going on there that we don't have. Whisperwood and a rabbit's paw. Okay, so let's just see if we can sell this for plenty of gold. Where's Hilda? There she is.
Hey, you're a little light in your trunk, ain't you?
So I donated 100 gold, or 95 gold to Hilda, which means with this one character, we have 68 attitude, which gives us a discount of 22%. If I change characters, you'll see that resets. So you want to concentrate on selling with just one character if you're going to do that. Also, and even more annoyingly, if I put something in with our main character and then change character, it's going to reset the offer. See? So you can't just drop stuff in, which is, I consider that quite annoying, to be honest. I would much prefer a combined inventory and just, you know, take into account your character skills. So if we put this in, can I just shift click in? Yeah, I can. Good. Let's shift click in the toy crossbow and the other weapons. Threadbare gown. Teeth I'll probably keep hold of on this, but the cold gold cup is probably just vendor food. So that's 275. We get a markup of 22% because of the attitude. So we get basically double dipping here. We get extra gold for putting stuff in. The original price is 215, and we also get extra gold off grabbing stuff that she has or buying stuff that she has. Now remember, we have when we get by these, it gives us, or one of our characters, 1 thievery. So we could give that to our rogue and steal further stuff from her for an even greater saving. But you got to be careful when doing that. You got to separate out your character from the rest of the characters, your rogue that is. Leave your characters near the actual vendor you're going to steal from. Go sneak with your rogue. Go take the stuff quickly. Run away, and then they'll realise something's been taken. They want to search your party, but because the party is nearby, they'll search these people, won't find it, and then you'll get away with whatever you're actually looking for. At least that's one way to actually steal. In this game, it's up to you entirely. Do we actually want anything else? These aren't terribly expensive. That's actually quite expensive, but maybe we come back to that after exploring a little bit more and see if we have any other stuff that we can pick up. I don't think there's anything particularly worth getting in here. These are the rogue skills, of course, that we saw with our rogue on that fight. So let's just trade those, shall we? And we need to make up the balance the offers. So we're now up to 864 gold, and that's more than what I had at the start. So yeah, we're gaining on that. We need to decide who to give these to, however, so for now I may just apply them to one of these characters just because of the magic and physical armor, and we can come back later and give it to our rogue. So maybe
take a gander at the goodies I got.
We give them to Sibyl. Okay. I don't think there's much else to give her. Maybe a bucket. Do I have a spare bucket? Yeah, you can equip a bucket. I guess you can't complain about the scar now, but let's just show the faces rather than the buckets, just to get rid of that.
Those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Don't tell anyone what
Okay,
you've got this.
now Griff is the camp boss. Now we do have a quest already from the voice. Is it the voices? The imprisoned elf. There we go. So, an elf named Sahila is asked to free her friend Amiro, being held captive. She needs, basically, to get him out. Here's Amiro.
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf.
He seems badly injured. Why is he being held here?
This clown. Caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist.
How are you sure he was the culprit?
Caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a rent boy when we grabbed him. Easy.
What's he stolen?
Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet.
How about I get the supplies for you and then you free him?
Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal.
You forget my name here?
Did you really kill a man over a fruit?
Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starves anyone else.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy.
Yeah, but you really shouldn't keep him locked up in that condition.
Listen up. Back off.
Not like this. There's too many of them.
Okay. Let's back down. And we've got an update. So if we recover his stolen goods, maybe here we can get Emiro out and we can speak
elf,
to the elf.
in mud.
You believe what he says? That I am a thief?
No, clearly not.
Perceptive. Like most men behind bars, I'm innocent.
Of course.
Like most of us here on the island, in fact. Aren't you like me, looking for a way out?
Do you know a way out?
I do. I prepare it myself. One only has to follow the path.
It sounds like he's getting high, not leaving.
But you guess I need something too.
What do you have in mind?
I know a way out. I show you. And you help me out of here. I cannot die in this cage.
Agreed.
Finally. Progress. Griff releases me if he sees I do not have what he misses. You must find who steals them. After I am free, you are free.
Okay, so do you know who stole them?
I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies. But I see the anger in him that he does not find it. He truly does not find what he seeks.
Why does he want these supplies so much?
Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious, in case you haven't noticed.
Okay, we understand.
Thank you. And hurry. Please.
So, he's basically saying that whoever took it also clears their throat quite regularly. So we need to find someone who clears their throats, and maybe we'll complete that. Just one quick thing that I don't think I've covered. Ifan happens to have pet pals, so if you want to speak to any animals,
The cat's eyes are clouded.
or at
and
least he does
grey,
when he's a ranger,
but
he has
stares
pet
at
pal.
you with a cute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me.
You followed me.
What? No, that can't be. I can't... Hey, stop following me.
Are you feeling okay?
Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
Where did you come from?
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
Okay, so we're not going to find anything more about the cat. And this is the main quest, so I'm not going to cover too much more. I think this is the main quest anyway. Not going to cover too much more. It's one way off the island.
Dwarves didn't eat so much.
Yes, you're going to just talk while I'm trying to talk. Fine, let's head this way. So I'm going to go and collect the other quests off camera. They're not, there's nothing major, I don't think. There is one quest that I do want to make sure we catch. We definitely want this vendor here. We can head over this way. She has the ability to remove our collars, but you have to find a way to get her approval before you do anything. Over here, there's a group of people. You can actually fight them if you want to. It's a hard fight if you do, though, so do bear that in mind. You may not want to. Down here, where are we? There's a quest around here. In fact, let's just head this way. If I haven't already done that one, I may have already done it. And I think there are a couple more just from people wandering around. There's a few lackeys of Griff around that you can actually speak to.
You there?
Oh, there we
You
go.
just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone?
Now, this is the guy that gives you the quest for the Gloves of Teleportation, if I remember rightly. So, why do you want to know?
It's just, I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one.
Okay,
In that case,
I'm here
listen
alone.
up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't want to wait and find out. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Just one. Are you interested?
This feels a little bit convenient, maybe, but I can say I might be, but after discovering the mangled corpse of a certain Magilla, or Magilla, we're not so sure. So we've discovered the person that he wants us to find.
I didn't say this would be easy, nor did I say it held no risks. I do promise that if we succeed, we will walk free.
Want in?
Attaboy. Who wouldn't? Finally, the plan's simple, completely foolproof. I have a spell that I can use to teleport you right out of here. I can't use it on myself, but with your help, we can both get out of here. There's an artifact that you can use to teleport me out of this place. Then I can use my spell to free you in turn. This item, though, it's in quite an unfortunate location.
I found an item that gives you the ability to teleport. Let's get out of here.
Well, I certainly got lucky with you, didn't I? The way out's nice and secluded. It starts in a little hidden alcove on the beach. Give me your map. I'll show you where to go. And hurry! Not a tick of the clock to spare!
But why?
Okay, journal updates.
When another divine arises, will source change back?
So we can only take a single person with us that way. And there's a few options we have, and I really do want to do all the other quests. So I'm not going to go and start that, I don't think, at this point. We got a good amount done, that first hard fight. We got the gloves of teleport that lets us get loot. We got the initial quest, or at least started, the one to free the person that we encountered, Amiro. And that's a good point to end the episode on. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already, you know, just this playlist, in fact, if you're just interested in the one game. Otherwise, we'll see you next episode. I'll go and pick up all these other quests, and then we'll go through and see if we can complete as many of them as we can next episode to get most of the Fort Joy done, if possible. Obviously, we've got a large amount of the map unlocked, but there's all these different points that's the alcove to leave with one of the quests. We have crocodiles, which we've already taken care of, Stingtail, Cavern Entrance, and Amiro. So maybe we need to also take a look down here, but again, that depends on us getting into that fort area, I think. And a mysterious cave. Okay, so next episode we'll go and carry on through Fort Joy. Thanks for watching.